It's Mona here at Klatch. It's Friday, and that means it's another Coaster Friday, and I am working on Halloween coasters. This week I'm going to try to make a mummy. I have my resin already. I'm using the Easy Cast. You can use the Envirotex Light. Either one works just fine for this, and I've mixed it already. And for this one I'm trying to make a mummy. So I need to make the base first, and I'm going to put some black in here, and these are the pigment dyes that are made for the resin. And I'm using just a plain opaque black, then a drop of this pearl pigment, opaque also, it's like a pearl white. I just want to cut some of the black a little bit just so it's not so harshly dark. Then we're just going to pour it right in. And this is going to be our base. Once it's all spread out, I'm going to take my lighter, run it over, pop any bubbles that rise to the surface. We'll let this set, and then we'll be back. That first layer has set, and now we need to start putting the mummy together a little bit. And I thought I could use foam strips, which I could do, but I thought I would try something different that I hadn't tried before. And I'm going to use masking tape. I'm going to use strips of masking tape to put over the set resin, and I'm going to kind of cut it in curves and stuff like that and try to get it up to the edge. Some will be shorter, some will be longer. They're supposed to look like strips of bandages, and I thought the tape would give me that kind of an effect. And I'm going to try to cover this stuff mostly right to the edge if I can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And it doesn't matter because we'll be able to cover the edge with other stuff anyway. The dark background is actually supposed to be like his skin behind there, right? And what I'm going to do is put these eyeballs on there, but first I want to put a few more bandages along the top. So we've gotten this far, and I have a little white and gray acrylic paint, and I'm going to take mostly white with just a little bit of gray on the brush as well. And I'm going to paint over this because I don't really think mummies are stark white. And I'm going to paint right up to the edge of the mold. Now you could go pretty thick with this, but you want to be able to make sure that you're keeping enough of the texture of the tape to make it look like the bandage is wrapped around the mummy. Now it's time to add our eyes, and I'm using just a fast-drying super glue. I'm going to kind of put these where I think they might work well.
We'll let that dry.
The eyeballs are on, and now we need to kind of cover it so they look like they're part of the mummy. Now I'm going to kind of lay this over. I think I'm going to go this way. Alright, I'm going to rub it down on that edge, but I'm not rubbing it down by the eyes. Alright, I'm going to kind of do the same on this side. Again, I'm not rubbing it down by the eyeballs. And I'm going to take my white paint and the gray paint, and I'm going to paint it, and I want to paint it right up to the edge, but I want to have the ability to kind of lift this up because I know that I will paint the eyeballs if I have it laying right down on there. So we're going to let this dry again. This is all dry now, and now I'm going to take a Sharpie marker and just kind of give them a mouth. Just like that. I'm going to let that dry as well, and then we can pour our next layer of resin. I've mixed some more resin and I'm ready to do the final pour on here. And what I do need to be very aware of and keep in mind is that I have the raised tape and bubbles are going to come up out of there. So I'm going to need to be a little more vigilant on this one than maybe some of the other ones about making sure I get the bubbles out. See, there's a big bubble that just popped up right now. So I'm going to do my regular, just run it right across, but I'm going to keep coming back more often on this one just to make sure that I get all of the bubbles out, because I'm going to have more pop up than I normally would. And then we'll let this sit and then we will unmold it once it's cured. It's time for the mummy extraction. There he is. He looks a little dirty and aged, and yet he still looks kind of cute. I'm going to have another Halloween coaster next week. I'm going to continue to do that for the month of October. Hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments below and tell me what you plan on being for Halloween. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting. We'll see you next time.